In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get started with MetaTrader 5 mobile app. The MetaTrader 5 mobile app is an improved version of MetaTrader 4 with additional features. So to get started, first you need to go to your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store. So when you get to your Play Store, come to the search, type in MetaTrader 5. So here is the result. This is MetaTrader 5. Click on install. It could take you a few minutes depending on your internet. So once you're done installing, you tap on open. Click on accept. So the next thing after you accept the terms and conditions is a pop-up window to open a demo account. Now we're going to close this because I want us to find a broker of our choice and open our demo account with the broker. We need a demo account that will be linked to the Forex broker that we would like to open a real life account with. So we're going to close this very open a demo account. So now that you've closed it, you see here that says find a broker. So you must have made up your mind the broker that you want to use to trade. You can check below in the description to find my preferred broker. However, if you already have a broker, you just come to this find a broker and type in the name of the broker. So in this case, let us use FX Pro Financial Services. So when you click on that, it will say log in to an existing account. So you put in the account details here. Then you click login. So the account has been successfully logged in. You see it's showing it's a demo account and it's showing the account details. So once done and you are successfully logged in, you come to the quote screen. There you can see the list of the currencies that you're going to be trading, and you can add to this list by coming to this plus button. So when you click on this plus button, then you will see these folders. So you can open any one of the folders like these Forex majors. To add any one of the currency pairs, you just tap on it. So when you tap on it, it's added automatically. Okay, the Forex major folder is now empty, so you can come to Forex minors, tap on the folder, and it opens. You choose the ones you want to add to your list. So by tapping on them, they get added automatically. So this is how you add your currency pairs to your quotes screen. When you come back to your quote screen, you can see that you have more things to trade. So now that your currency pairs are all added to this very screen, to this very quote screen, if you wish to edit the quote stream, maybe to add some or remove other ones, or maybe you want to rearrange them, so you can just use this pencil icon here at the top right hand corner of the screen. So when you click on it, you will see this plus button to add. If you want to add another currency pair, you can just click on it. If you want to delete, you use this very bin button, this trash button. When I click on it, I can select any one that I want to delete. Let's say I want to remove US oil future. When I click on it, it's selected. Then perhaps I want to remove US 500. So when I click delete, those two are gone. They are no longer in the list. Okay, so I can also rearrange these very currency pairs, maybe according to my order of preference. Maybe I want some of the currency pairs to be on top and maybe some below. So if I want to do that, all I need to do is to use these three horizontal lines at the left hand corner of each currency pair. When I click on it, I can move the currency pair. Now you can see that GBP JPY have moved up. Let's say I want to move USD card up too, so I can move it up. Now USD card is now the first. So that is how you can edit and rearrange your quote list. So when you're done, you can come back with this arrow, you can return to the screen. So now we see that the screen has been rearranged. USD card is now on top. The ones we removed, they're no longer there. So if you want to get details of any one of these currency pairs that are listed on this quote screen, just tap on each of them. If you want to place an order, you can come to new order. If you want to go to the chart section, you can click on this chart. If you want to see more properties about the currency pair, you click on properties. Then if you want quote screen to turn to a simple mode without showing much more details, you can just click on that. So this is what the simple mode looks like. So but we're going to return to that advanced mode where we were before. So varies how you navigate the quote screen. So from here, let's look at the charts, and for you to look at any chart, you can just tap on the currency pair that you want to view the charts. Let's say I want to view the charts of GBP USD. When I tap on that currency pair, here is charts, then I'll tap on charts. So I'll allow the charts to load. So this is what the chart looks like. This is Japanese candlestick charts. Each of these bars represents what price is doing per time. In this case, we have 5 minutes. It's telling us what price does every 5 minutes. So after every 5 minutes, the chart changes. The next bar forms and continues for another 5 minutes and forms. So you can always change between time frames. So we're getting to that point. So let's quickly go through the features on this very screen, starting with the menu at the top. From the left hand corner of this menu, we have what we call the crosshair. So when you tap on the crosshair, this appears. So this crosshair is used to get the values of these candles and any other value you want to get within this chart. So like right here at the bottom, it shows you the date and time when this candle forms, and at this right hand side it shows you the price at the level where the crosshair is right now. So varies exactly what the crosshair helps you do to get the values in the market as you move your crosshair around. To remove this crosshair from your chart, just tap on this crosshair icon again. Tap on it, the crosshair is gone. Next to the crosshair is this indicator icon here. So when you click on this indicator icon, this appears. Then I can choose to add indicators to the main chart by clicking this function. Then it shows me a list of indicators, whether the trend indicators or the oscillators or the volume indicators or Williams indicators. So let's say I want to add one trend indicator like the Bollinger Band. So when I click on the Bollinger Band, these are the default settings of the Bollinger Band. I just click on save. So the Bollinger Band is already added to my main chart. You can see it's right here. So if I want to add maybe another indicator like an oscillator, so I can add another indicator by coming to this icon. When I click on it, I can add, let's say I want to add an oscillator like relative strength index. So when I click on this, then I'll click on save. So when I come back to my charts, you can see the relative strength index. So that is how you can add your indicators from this very feature here. So if you want to delete the indicator, any of the indicators that you've added, you can also just return back to this indicator icon, click on it, then click on this trash icon. When I click on it, then I can choose to remove whatever indicator that I want to remove. When I select the indicator I want to remove and click on delete, so it's gone. Coming back to my chart, I no longer have the relative strength index. Alright, next feature we're going to look at is this time frame feature. So here you're having M5, which stands for 5 minutes. So it means every 5 minutes a new candle is formed. Like right now, you can see that a new candle just formed right now because the time is just 20 minutes. So a new 5 minutes chart has just formed. So if you want to change the time frame to either higher time frame or lower time frame, you come to this time frame icon. when you click on it. So you can see 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, as the case may be. So let's say I want to change it to 4 hours. I click on this. So when I click on 4 hours, you can see that here is what it looks like. Each of these candles represents what happens every 4 hours. So if I want to change it to daily, I click on this. So you now have D1, that is daily time frame. And one good thing about MetaTrader 5 is that you can have more time frames, more than what is obtainable in MetaTrader 4. So in that case, what you do is that when you come to these time frames, you come to settings, this wheel GS icon. So to add an additional time frame, you have to unselect any one of the already selected ones, because you can have just about 8 time frames selected at once. So to activate any other time frame which is not being seen as the default, you can unselect one and add that. So let's say I want to remove 1 minute time frame, so I will unselect it. So the monthly is already there. Click on save changes. I can now select monthly. So now I have my monthly time frame. If I want to remove maybe monthly and add say 8 hours, so I can unselect the monthly and now add 8 hours and click on save changes and select 8 hours. So this is showing me 8-hourly charts. So that is exactly how you work with these time frames. So but let's return back to what we used to have. So I will just unselect the 8 hours and put in 1 minute. So you can pinch and zoom on the chart to see more or less data. So you can pinch and zoom in or zoom out to have more or less details in the chart. All right, you can also resize the chart by using this sidebar. Bring it down or bring it up to make the chart look either smaller or to make the chart look bigger just from this sidebar. All right, so before I go on to the next feature on this chart screen, it is important I mention that for you to have a better view of larger amounts of data, it is good you turn your phone to landscape. So right now, this is what it looks like. You have access to more data compared to when it is in portrait form. And not only do you have access to more data, you can also have access to more features. So when you tap on the chart, on anywhere on the chart, you have to your left the time frames which you can switch. So from the bottom right, you can change this chart to line graph. You can also change it back to candlestick. You can change it to a bar graph or a bar chart. Then you can use your crosshairs around it. You can use your objects here and indicators and change from currency pairs. So you can change directly from here to any currency pair that you want, and maybe change the currency pairs by selecting the currency pair that you want. So these are the things you can do from this landscape mode. So the most important thing that this landscape view helps you to do is that it gives you access to more data. So with that, you can see more of what has happened in the past and have a better understanding of the history so that you can use it to make your forecast. So back to the portrait mode. So the next icon here is the pending order trade button. So when you click on this trade button that looks like clock, to pop out buy limit, stop loss, take profit depending on where the price is. So you can move this to either buy limit or sell limits to choose the kind of order you want to place. For instance, you want a buy limit. So when you put your buy limits, put it to the price where you want the buy limits to take place. Then you can set your stop loss. Click on the stop loss, then drag it to where you want the stop loss to be. Then say you cannot set your take profit. When you click on the take profit, you can drag it to where you want to take profit. And one good thing about this MetaTrader 5 is that all these things can be set directly from the chart without having to input the values. You can just drag the price level lines to just get to where you want. So once you're okay with where you've just placed your order, click on this arrow button. You select the lot size that you want to use. Let's say I want to use a micro lot size, which is 0.01. I'll leave it at 0.01. If I want to add micro lot size to it, I can use this plus button. And if I want to add a mini lot size to it, I can use this plus button. Then multiples of mini lot size, we can use this this button here. Then if you want to remove micro lot size, you use this. So by so doing, we've just set, everything has been set here. Then this expiration is where you set when you want this to expire if peradventure the price did not trigger. So I can click on expiration and say, okay, at the end of today, if the price did not trigger, delete automatically. That is what it means. Or I can also specify a particular day or time by clicking the specified. I can choose maybe to say on April 5th by say 10:30 a.m. If this order was not triggered, delete. So when I set OK, I can place the order. So the order is done. You have the buy limits is here, stop loss is here, and take profit is here. So if you want to delete the order manually, you come to under your trade. Then you can see that the order is placed. Tap on it and then delete order. To ask you whether you want to delete, you say yes, then you delete. So that is how we can place pending orders. Then the next icon is the instant execution trading icon. So when I click on it, instantly it will show me sell or buy. All right, so wherever I click, it will just execute immediately. So let's say that I want to sell at this point in time. All I need to do is to choose my lot size, that is my contract size, by using this arrow up or this arrow down. So if I want to trade maybe 0.2, I click on that. So once that is selected, I will choose whether I want to buy or sell. In this case, when you just click buy or sell, instantly the order will be triggered. So let's try. I just want to sell this currency pair. So this is sell to the left. So when I click on sell, for the first time that you want to place that order, it will ask you to accept this disclaimer for one-click trading. So when I accept it and click OK, so when I click on sell, instantly the order has been placed. This is it, sell 0.1, and this is showing me that I am selling at this point. When I come under trade, you will see the trade that I just sold. So right now I can choose to adjust this trade by tapping on the trade, then coming to modify. Then I may choose to place my stop loss, maybe 20 pip stop loss, so 0.8588. Then my take profit, maybe I can say 0.58500. So when I click modify, so the order has been modified. Coming back to my chart, we can see the stop loss is now visible and the take profit is now visible down here. So to remove this instant buy or sell, you just tap on that icon again and it is gone. That is how you use these very tabs here. So before we leave this chart screen, I want to also mention other features that you can get on this chart screen. So when you tap on anywhere on this chart screen, this wheel will appear, and this wheel contains all the time frames that are enabled from 1 minute to monthly time frame. They are all enabled, so you can always select from them if you want to change from time frame to time frame. But there are two other features which was not shown at this upper menu of this chart screen, which I would like to mention. The first is this very object icon where you have triangle, circle, and square. So this is where you get objects with which you can mark your chart. So let's just click on it. When you click on it, you have favorite objects like vertical lines, trend lines, horizontal lines, these angles, and the rest of them. So what do? You can pick from these favorite ones, or you can just go to this plus icon, click on it, then select from the list. You have lines. Under lines you have all these, then under channels you have all these, under GAN you have all these, Fibonacci you have all these. So under shapes, Elliott, you have this, and under shapes you have this. So let's say I want to place a horizontal line to show either a support area or whatever. So I just pick the horizontal line and I place it here or wherever I want to place it. So let's say I want to place the line here. So when I place the line, you have these dots at the extreme part of the line. That shows that it is editable. It is in an editable mode at that point in time. So you can click on it, then come to this pencil sign and now edit it to anything you want. Maybe you want to change the level where it was. You can change that by putting the value where you want the line to go to. Let's say I want the line to be at 0.85350. Then next I can decide that this line will be in all time frames, or I can select the exact time frames I want it to appear on. So if I want it to appear only on 4 hours time frame, that means I will unselect all other time frames and make it only visible on 4 hours time frame. Okay, save changes. Then I can choose how thick the object will look. Maybe I can make it 2 pixels. Then I can choose the color and now click save. So you can see that the chart has been moved up to the point, to the level I want it to be, and the color, every other thing has been affected. If I want to duplicate it, I can use this very icon here to duplicate it. By clicking on it, it is duplicated. So I can move it to wherever I want it to move to. All right. So if I also want to delete it, I'll use this trash can here to delete. So when I click on it, it is deleted. So if I also want to delete this, click on it, it is deleted. So the same way you can add other objects like trend line. Let's say when I come to trend lines, let's say when I click on trend lines and I want to connect these two highs here, I can place my trend line from where I want to connect, then drag it to the point I want to connect. Then so long as these dots are on the line, you can move it or adjust it. So just like I did in the horizontal line, we can always edit these trend lines by coming to this pencil icon, click on the icon, decide how we want it to look. We can choose the time frames, we can choose the size. Let's say we want it to be thicker, 3 pixels. Then we can change the color maybe to something darker, something like this. Save. So you see the trend line, how it looks here. You can also duplicate this also by using this icon here. So it's duplicated. Then you can move it to wherever you want to move it to. You see, this is one feature that MetaTrader 4 does not have, this duplicate feature. It makes it easier for you to duplicate objects when they are there. So that is also how you add your Fibonacci retracement and the rest of them. So now that we are done with these object features, next feature that I want us to look at is this multiple window feature. This feature is very important when you want to compare two different charts. Okay, we want to compare a chart that has a correlation with another currency pair. Let's take for instance, you want to analyze DXY, which is a dollar index, and then you want to compare it with gold or with Euro USD. All you need to do is to come to this icon here and tap on the icon. You will see an option to add a window. So when you click on add window, you see that a new window has been added. Euro USD has been added. So you can use this down arrow beside the currency pair to select the exact currency that you want to add. So let's say I want to compare oil with Canadian dollar. So I will come to this down arrow here, select a Canadian dollar, US card. Then if I'm okay with the time frame, 4 hours time frame, I'll leave it at that. Then I will go to this other, I'll come to this other arrow down here and look for oil, WTI. Then change the time frame to be the same time frame with what I'm comparing it with, so that will help me measure the correlation. So in this case, I have my oil here and I have US card here. I can compare them for whatever comparison I want to use it for, or you can choose any other currency pairs that you want to compare. Alright, so that is how you can have a multiple window on your chart on MetaTrader 5. So to remove this multiple window, you can just tap on this and come to this multiple window and click on it. Then you will have options to remove any one of those or rearrange them. If I want to rearrange them, I'll just tap on these 3 horizontal lines, drag them down. Okay, if you want to tie them horizontally, you can use this, or vertically you can use this. So now it is tied horizontally. If I want them vertically, I can click on this and they will be tied vertically. And if I want to remove any one of them, let's say I want to remove this WTI, I click on it and say remove. So it's removed and we have only a US card chart left. All right, so that is exactly what you do in your chart screen. So the next screen I would like to share with us is this very trade screen. When you come to this trade screen and click on the trade screen, there you find your balance, your equity, your margin, your free margin, margin level, everything. And you also see your positions, whether you have an open position or you have a pending order or wherever, they are all here. So if you want to do a bulk operation, that is to take action on your open trades, if you have multiple trades and you want to do bulk actions, you come to these 3 dots here and you click on these 3 dots here. You can close all positions. That means all the positions you have on your trade screen at that point, whether they are losing positions or winning positions, when you click on this close all positions, instantly to close all. But if you click on close losing positions, it will close every position that is losing. If you have winning positions also, you can see option to close all winning positions. All right, so that is how you can do bulk operations on your trade. Okay, then also at this point, if you want to modify your open trade, when you come to this trade and click on it, you see option to close that particular trade. When you click on close, you have option to close exactly that amount, or you also have option to close partially. So how do you close partially? You just come to this lot size and reduce the lot size to the amount you want to close and maybe leave the rest. So if I want to close just half of it, I can reduce this to 0.5. So when I reduce this to 0.5, the amount I am closing has reduced from minus 2 point something, it has reduced to minus 1 point something. So when I close this, that will be a partial closure. Let me close that. So we've closed 0.5 out of the 0.1 that we were having. So that is how you can close partially. Then to modify, you can tap on the trade and modify. Okay, you can also place new order, you can come to charts, and you can also do bulk operations, all from this very screen when you tap on it. Okay, so before we leave this trade screen, we have 2 more features which I would like to mention. These very 2 up and down arrows which can help you reorder your multiple positions. When you click on it, it will ask you whether to reorder your position based on the order type or based on the time it was placed, or based on the symbol, or based on the profit. So whatever filter you choose, it will arrange your positions based on those filters which you use. So if you click based on profit, it can make it that the most profitable trades may be up, then the other losing ones will be down until the highest losing position, or vice versa. So varies what you can do there. Then if you use time as your criteria or as your filter to show you the orders according to the time you place them, when you're done, you can just click on this point and that is gone. So next to it is this order button. So from here you can place a new order with this very plus sign here. When you click on it, you can choose to place a new order, whether an instant market execution or a pending order, which is buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop, buy stop limit, or sell stop limits. These are all pending order types which you can choose. And if you want to change the currency pair that you want to trade from this very order icon, you can just come to this very dollar sign here. When you click on it, it will show you list of currency pairs. So if you want to just switch to another currency pair, you can switch, and you can see here it has been switched. Let me change another one, maybe GBP USD. It has been switched. So like that, you can choose any currency pair from this very trade button. Then you have place to change your lot size with these plus or minus buttons. Then you have your stop loss and your take profit to place. When you're done, you can click buy or sell depending on the type of order you selected. And so let's return back to the trade section. So now we're back here. The next important screen to the right of the trade screen or trade tab is the history tab. That is where you see everything you've done in the market for the day or in the week or month or wherever. So first, in the history tab, you see the positions. It shows you the positions you've taken. So this one shows me that I've taken Euro GBP. The total trade I had was 0.1, but I closed 0.05, which is half of it. It also shows me when I closed the trade. This is the time, date and time when I closed the trade. If I click on the trade, on the position, I'll see more details like the stop loss I placed, then the take profit I also placed. I'll see the opening time and date when I opened it, the swap, which is the interest that I'm paid when the trade is left overnight, then the trade ID and the commission if there is any. So varies what the details I'll see when I click on it, but when I click on it again, those details will minimize. So next to the positions is the orders. When I click on the order, you see the orders that I cancelled. I had a Euro GBP buy limit which I cancelled. Then it also showed me the Euro GBP sell which was filled, that 0.1 that was filled. Then you see the Euro GBP buy, which, you know, when you close a sell, it means you bought. So that was a buy. So it's showing me the Euro GBP buy, which was that 0.05, which I closed at market price. So details can always be seen when you click on it. The details can always be seen when you click on it. So, and here is showing me the orders that were filled. Out of 3 orders, 2 were filled, which was this sell of 0.1 and buy of 0.05, and then the one was not filled, it was cancelled, and that was the pending order that are cancelled, which was here. So 1 was cancelled, 2 were filled, and it's a total of 3. So next to this orders tab is the deals. So when I click on the deals, I see the profits, the deposits, swap, commission balance. Then it shows me the 2 deals that I had, which was the first sale of 0.1 at this price. Then also a buyout, which was a close of 0.5 out of that 0.1, which was this loss, and give us a total profit of minus 1.64. You can filter these orders and these positions You can filter them with currency pairs. So all symbols, it will show you all the symbols. Or if you want to specify, maybe you have so many trades, you can specify the exact symbols that you want it to filter. You do that from this very icon here, this dollar icon here. When you click on it, you can filter every trade you have here based on the symbols, that is the currency pairs. So once you're done, you can click back there. Then if you want to filter based on certain order of arrangement, you use this up down arrow, click on it. You have to filter by symbol, you can filter by deals, you can filter by type, you can filter by volume, by time of placement, and by profit. So you can do all that. So let's get back. Then you can also filter based on time, specifically to set specific days. So when you click on this calendar, there you can say, okay, this history I'm looking for is for today. So when you choose today, it shows you every history for the day. When you choose for the week, it shows you all the histories for the week. When you choose for last month, it shows you all the history for the last 1 month, the last 3 months, or you can customize. When you click on customize, you can choose the exact dates, maybe from April to maybe April 4th. Then you say okay. So we just selected from these dates to these dates. Click OK. So it will just give you whatever you have within those days. So that is exactly how you can begin to trade with your MetaTrader 5 and begin to make money with it.